Target audience research was a very important part in the pre-production planning of my short film. Along with the pre-production planning, I have also used audience research midway through the production stage to gain advice on what I should improve from my first edit in my short film. One of the main purposes of audience research is to ensure that my decisions in the production and post-production stages would be approved by my audience that I am targeting. I began the research by identifying who I wanted to aim my project at. When looking at emotional drama films and seeing the age group of my actors, I decided to go with the target audience of 30 to 40-year-olds. I have a secondary target audience of 18 to 25-year-olds. This is another age group that I have decided to target because the actors of the age group also features within my film. After deciding on these age groups as my target audience, I created audience profiles to demonstrate what the average consumer would be of my short film. I had to keep in mind how accessible these audiences were to me. The main use of audience research to me was focus groups. A focus group is a group of people assembled to participate in a discussion about a product before it is launched, or to provide feedback on a specific subject. I already had a basic idea, but I wanted my target audience to develop it. This is where I used two focus groups at this stage of the research to find out what my audience would like to see in my short film. They both provided me with great ideas for what I could create. From the focus groups, they also gave me the idea that I should use a book as the spine of my story. The book idea came from my secondary target audience focus group, which was the idea that I ended up using in my short film. In my primary target audience focus group, they focused on the conventions of a drama film. This was beneficial to me as I was able to understand what my primary target audience wanted to see in my short film. They helped me develop the original idea that I had by saying that I should get the audience to build a connection between the main character and have the main character fade out at the final shot to show he has passed away. Along with the focus groups, I have also created questionnaires for the pre-production planning and researching of my short film. This is where I ask my target audience what would they expect to see in a drama film based on the story of someone's life. This is where I ask questions such as what stages of someone's life would you expect to see, and ask whether my short film should have a conventional narrative. I handed this questionnaire out to 20 people of my target audience. From this questionnaire, the audience also provided me with how I should develop the original idea. I wanted to know whether I should include dialogue in my short film, and they all agreed that it would benefit the narrative of my short film. I also created another questionnaire to find out what areas needed improving from my first edit. Many people found that my narrative was confusing. They also mentioned this in the focus groups that I also conducted. To improve the narrative, I had to add additional shots in to help the audience understand what is happening in the sequence of my short film. When completing further audience research, I used SurveyMonkey.com. This is where I was able to publish my surveys to the public within the age group of my target audience. I used this in the stage after completing my first edit. I gave my audience a link to the short film on YouTube and asked them to answer closed questions about how I could improve it. Along with this, I also published a survey on the Twitter page that I created for my short film to gain more answers from the target audience. I also used audience research to help me develop my ancillary tasks. I conducted individual surveys for the title, font, and colours of my film poster. Overall, the research that I conducted was very beneficial to me. My audience provided me with information about how I could improve my short film in all stages of the production process. The focus group was definitely the best way to gain information off my audience, as they were able to feed off each other's ideas.